All right, well, welcome everybody to, this is going to be a global group consciousness biofield clearing healing. There we're going to look at what all of us collectively have in common that we need to shift in order to help us heal and ascend. Because we have our own personal consciousness and our own personal things, but we also have a collective consciousness. And that's awfully powerful if you think about it. So that's why we're going to work on this on a global or collective consciousness level as well. All right. So I thank you for joining me. My name is Dr. Jane Smolnik. I'll just, for some of you that don't know me, I've been in this holistic health field for probably 36 years or more. I'm a naturopathic doctor, master herbalist, iridologist, intuitive healer, kinesiologist. I'm a licensed avatar master and trainer. Light therapy instructor. Anyway, all this stuff pulled together, I've been working with people holistically for healing for over 30 years. And what I've been seeing lately is, for one thing, everybody's under chronic stress, and not just in the last 2 years. There's many things that have been stressing us. But also what I'm seeing is people really, their health issues are much more complex than they ever used to be. They're not healing as easily as they used to. Supplements aren't quite working as well. Just changing your diet and taking some supplements isn't necessarily doing the trick. You know why? Because we are not just physical bodies, for one thing. But I also feel like it's limited because we have far more toxins in our air, food, water, bodies than we did even 20 or 30 years ago. We have a lot more EMF, electromagnetic frequencies, bombarding us. Look at how even in the last 20 years, all the Wi-Fi's gone through the roof. Not just Wi-Fi, but all the electronic stuff has really gotten intense. And what that ends up doing is it kind of hardens our cells, clumps them together. It's harder for us to get nutrients in, toxins out, and to allow our bodies to do what it needs to do. But it's more than that, because we can't just pay attention to the physical body. We are far more than just 3D physical beings, and we're starting to realize that. We also have an emotional body. We also have a mental body. We also have a soul body, a spiritual body. All those things are very important. So I actually stopped doing my practice because I've been passionate about the fact that we need to heal on the level of the DNA. For a very long time, I felt like this. It's been very important. And I have been working with my own guides, my own team, I should say, I'm going to lower that, for well over 30 years. I don't even know exactly how long, 40 years maybe. And then what I realized is there's so much that's held in our DNA, right? So when you have chronic conditions that occur over and over again, it could be a health issue, could be a relationship issue, a financial issue, self-sabotage, stress and anxiety that tends to be chronic. Anything like that usually keeps us from being our highest and our best self. And usually when something is chronic, it's persistent. It's been going on and on and on for quite a long time, right? And what I call these things is a persistent bundle. You've got a bundle of beliefs and fears and experiences and limitations and blocks and, all kinds of things that show up. And it can be quite challenging to try to actually heal something completely, especially some serious health conditions like, cancers and stuff. There's always emotional components. But I want us to think even bigger and deeper. All right. So for one thing, as you all know, frequencies are rising now. They're talking about, we're really ascending, we're raising up. We're shifting from being limited 3D physical beings up to 4th dimensional and 5th dimensional spiritual beings, right? But 3D physical beings, I want to tell you something about this. When we're just in our mind and in our head and trying to analyze and figure out what we need to do, our little ego mind, our brain, keeps us incessantly busy, right? It keeps us distracted. We got our fears, doubts, judgments, concerns, limitations, distractions. I mean, you name it. there's so much going on that keeps us busy. When you're just stuck in your head and your 3D thinking mind, you are stuck in the limited 3D realm of physical reality here on planet Earth. It's a very, I call it kind of horizontal in a sense. It's a limited plane. There's no power behind it. We just go back and forth into our own reactions, fears, beliefs, judgments, and things like that. Now, all these things that come up, our fears, doubts, worries, traumas, they pull us off center from really being aligned and balanced with our highest and true self, right? But when we are connected to our higher self, our soul self, our divine spirit, the one universal consciousness, this brings down, it's like, that's our power center. That's when we are the absolute best that we can be. We're unlimited in potential, right? And we're shifting to that kind of frequency. So we have a tremendous amount of abilities that we have access to. We have intuitive abilities, telepathic abilities, expanded awareness, a real connection to our higher self. There's so much that gets kind of shadowed by our busy mind and our busy thinking. And here on planet Earth, we have created all kinds of things to keep us distracted, right? We've got movies, TV, we've got sex, we've got drugs, we've got eating, food, gaming, you name it. We can keep ourselves distracted for a very long time, but we're just really running around in a circle when we do that, right? That's really not helping us, shift and heal the way we would like to heal. So what I've been doing lately is really working with folks from all over the world to help them identify what's going on, what's underneath it all. So, and I want to tell you that every single one of us has about 34,000 bits of information in our DNA, right? Now, they say that only 3% of that is really our genetic makeup. They used to think the rest was junk DNA, but it's really quantum DNA. So all the information about you, your past lives, your ancestors, your inherited patterns can go way, way back. Now, do you know that we can actually, well, let me back up a little bit, because one of the things we have to look at is the fact that humanity has been a traumatized species for thousands of years, right? We've had all kinds of, wars and rape and pillaging and natural disasters and famines and earthquakes and all kinds of stuff for a very long time, right? People have been burned at the stake, brutality, just so many different things. And do you know that every single illness or disease starts as a shock to the system? It starts as a shock to our system. And if it doesn't get healed, what happens? It gets passed down to the next generation and the next generation and the next generation. But it comes in on a kind of a transparent level. It's either subconscious or unconscious. So I was going to say, as an iridologist for about 25, 30 years, I would photograph the eyes with a microscope and a digital camera. And what I would notice is I could actually tell your soul level issues you're here to work on, your inherited patterns, your struggles, your limitations, as well as your strengths, your talents, your gifts. We all have those as well. But those negative impacting or influencing emotions or traumas or fears or blocks, they bring us down. They bring our frequency down, right? So when we actually can identify them and neutralize them, we can turn them off because they're still sparking. They're still being triggered because they haven't been fully addressed, or they wouldn't be coming up over and over again, right? So when we actually pay attention and we kind of look at them and say, okay, what needs to be cleared? What are your soul level patterns? What are the issues that you brought into this lifetime as a soul to work on? Every single person on this planet comes in with inherited influences. And there's a difference between inherited patterns and ancestral patterns. So inherited patterns can be from our inherited family line, either our mother's side or our father's side. Do you know we can bring in things that go back up to 100 generations? if they haven't been healed, they will still continue to show up, which is amazing to me. And sometimes I've seen things with people that they have some real chronic anxiety or issues or challenges or struggles. And man, when they find out that this isn't your fault, it's because you're bringing in that memory of such a trauma from a long time ago that needed to be healed. So it's really extraordinary work. So we're going to do this together collectively here. I just want to see if there's something else I want to talk about too. So this whole quantum blueprint is in your DNA. It's really everywhere in your body, right? Everywhere, whether it's the tip of your head or the tip of your toes, every piece of blueprint or every piece of DNA holds all the exact same information, right? And a lot of this is ancestral patterns as well. But at the same time, we're all connected to one divine source, one universal consciousness, right? God consciousness. That's totally unlimited, all loving, all powerful, all wise, all compassionate. That's what we are shooting for as we shift and raise our vibration. This is an extremely powerful time for humanity. It's exciting. It's challenging beyond measure right now. Of course, we all know that. We have been pushed up against the wall here. And you know why? Partly because we needed to be shifted out of this deep, comfortable slumber that we've been in. Well, you know, life is good. I'm pretty content and I'm happy and I get to do this and that and stuff and hang out with my friends. But at the same time, we're not going to actually go to those deeper levels and really drop all this old baggage and heal it once and for all so that we can rise up to our true potential, unless we're kind of being forced to, unless we're being kind of shifted and pushed to. And that's kind of what's happening. So it's a really big shift though. So we're really only aware of about 10% of what's going on, of the bigger picture. Did you know that? I mean, 90% of it is in our unconscious and our subconscious. Just like even what we see in life is only 2% of the visible light spectrum. There's so much that we're not seeing. Even our physical senses, our audible sense of sound is also limited. We only hear a small percentage of what's really out there is massive. So that it's really unbelievable to me. It's exciting and it's amazing, but on a personal level, how does this apply to us, right? Because like I said, we all have these challenges that our soul has chosen before we came into this lifetime to go through. And then things happen on top of it in this lifetime. You know, we do have traumas and accidents and fears and things that happen that we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, right? So, but if we're actually connected to our divine source and our divine power, you know, we can actually let go of some of those fears and traumas and stuff. So what if you are in your head all the time and, you know, you're really in a limited physical body and in our head, right? If you are in your head all the time, your mind, your ego mind in a sense, if you kept your mind in charge of your body, in charge of your life, you're kind of sunk because it's going to constantly pop up all your fears, doubts, worries, traumas, judgments. What do I do? And this and that, like all this stuff that goes on, right? And it kind of limits us. But if you were to expand your awareness and recognize we have an energy body, right? We have an emotional body. We have a mental body. We have a soul body. We have a divine spirit body. All of that, I mean, it's much, much bigger than what we think. So if you were to keep your awareness expanded, connected with your higher self, and really look at your life, look at your physical health, look at your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health from the level of your soul, from an expanded state, you're going to be much more empowered than just trying to pay attention to the physical body. Okay, the physical body and physical reality in 3D form here on planet Earth is very limited. But as we rise up to the fourth dimension, the fifth dimension, which is really more of a spiritual consciousness, we're aligning and connecting to our divine source. We're using our innate intelligence and our divine abilities. And we are shifting our frequency up to a higher level. The challenge is that we have to let go of all this old baggage. Do you remember back when December 12th or December 21st, 2012 came around and everybody was like, oh, we're going to go through this amazing shift and stuff like that? I remember hearing from my guides, it's almost like we're crossing this rainbow bridge to a higher way of being, a higher life. The challenge is you can't bring your baggage with you. You've got to set it down because it pulls our frequency down all the time. So let me give you an idea of what I'm talking about real quickly here. When we're in the fourth dimension is more like your emotional realm, right? Now we have lower emotions like fear, worry, doubt, judgment, shame, guilt, resentments. They bring us down, plop us right back down to limited 3D reality. When we go up to love, appreciation, compassion, joy, right? The higher frequencies, kindness, they bring us back up to that fifth dimensional state. But we easily get knocked back down, even several times during the day, by little things that come up. And our transparent issues keep coming up as well. So over the years, with my practice and with my training, which was really quite extensive for over 30 years, I had developed a number of charts. And, I do kinesiology and do dowsing and stuff. And what I realized was, I can kind of connect with my guides and say, well, what's going on for this person? What do they need to heal? What needs to shift? So anyway, after a while, and this was several years ago, my guide said to me, okay, now you have to teach this. And I was like, oh my God, that's a brilliant idea. Because I kept thinking, so many people need this. Everybody needs this. Everybody needs to kind of clear their biofield, their energy field. Do you know that if you clear stuff in your energy field first, for one thing, you'll have more lasting healing than if you just try to focus on the physical body. But the other part of it is, if you clear things in your energy field, sometimes they don't manifest in the physical body. You see what I mean? Because everything starts out on a soul level first, and then a mental level, an emotional level. And then if you're not paying attention, you get hammered on the physical level with an illness or a disease, right? An imbalance. And it's your body's way or your soul's way of kind of clobbering you over the head, say, you got to pay attention here. So what if we were to do that and clear these things out and raise our frequency and increase our power, our empowerment, basically? So what if you could actually heal these hidden limitations, right? Because we all can. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. So I just want to explain a little bit about how we're going to do this, and then I'm going to do a session for everybody. All right. So with Biofield Clearing, I have about 21 different charts. What we do is, with your permission, and I can work with anyone, anywhere in the world. Years ago, I also went to school back in '99 for intuitive diagnosis. And what I was taught was, if we have somebody's permission with their name, age, and location, I can work with anyone in the world. And it was extraordinary to me because I could just call up their energy field and I could read their energy patterns. And I thought, oh, I already knew how to do this. I just needed to be reminded, which was kind of neat, But it's interesting because we all have a certain story that unravels and unfolds. It's a sacred story and it's unique for every person. But what we're doing here tonight is we're going to work with the collective consciousness, right? We have our individual personal conscious awareness, right, where we're conscious. We have our subconscious, we have our unconscious, we have a collective consciousness, we have a super consciousness. So you can work on any of those levels. So what we're going to do here tonight is, with your permission, I'm going to do a little prayer to connect and invite our team of guides who want to come in. I can call on your guides, angels, masters, medical assistants team, whatever. And we're going to start asking them to direct us right now in the class or in this presentation to, what do we need to heal this particular group? What do we need to heal in order for us to shift humanity, to ascend, to become the best version of ourselves, to be an empowered, unlimited, conscious, aware being, right? So we all have stuff to work on. I've been clearing stuff for a long time. But the other part of it is, after we clear a number of things, then we have wide open space we neutralize and clear things in our biofield, and they can go way back. There can be cords and blocks and all kinds of stuff, and even stuff in the physical body. But once we have wide open space, then we're going to go to the positive healing charts and say, okay, what do we need to master here for our infinite beingness? What virtues do we need to master? What are some empowering beliefs that we need? And is there a particular inner healing key? We have 21 inner healing keys. When I do the clearing, I use ancient Egyptian healing pendulums. All right, let's see if I have enough light here. Okay, so these pendulums, and I'll show you in a little bit, they're based on sacred geometry. I think I'm going to see if I can change my view here. Okay, so we have, certain pendulums. This is one that we use, and I have a whole little set of them here. They've been used for thousands and thousands of years. They're based on sacred geometry. This particular one is called a Mer Isis, if you can see it fairly well. This top little ring here goes into the subconscious. The next one, and this is what my guides explained to me, goes into the unconscious mind. And then we have a triple amplifying ring. There's 3 amplifying rings. And as we create a specific vortex of light to go into your energy field, and then we pull stuff out, and then there's a little bowl that actually collects it all and we lift it up. So, and then we'll do some healing, and I'll use some other ones that actually, most of these pendulums, just all of them that are healing pendulums, do you know many places around the world, they're still used for healing, but they often put out golden light, white light, violet light, rainbow light. They can clear all kinds of stuff long distances. They can clear EMFs as well, electromagnetic frequencies, and we can infuse your body with divine golden light. So we do a healing to what needs to align you to your highest and best self, and then we lock it in. So it's really beautiful. And then I'll tell people how to take care of yourself for a couple of days as you integrate. You're recalibrating to a higher frequency, a higher level of being. Okay, so it's really kind of an interesting process. I want to ask if anyone has any particular questions before I get going, or if people feel comfortable doing this healing. Anybody have anything they want to ask or say? Okay, I'm just going to check through. Okay. If you do, feel free to speak up. If for some reason you just want to watch and you don't want to participate, because I'm going to ask you permission to work with your energy field in the collective way. If you don't want to, just cross your arms over like that, and that's an indication that that you just want to watch. That's okay. All right, but most people here are going to want to do it. Plus, I'll ask you to feel into the energy, okay, because you're going to feel the experience of it. I'll guide you through it a little bit. All right. So I wanted to see if there's anything else. We go through the charts. Yes. Okay. I just love how this works because it's really a sacred process.
Jane,
yes,
it's Lynn. Hi, thank you. I'm just gonna black myself out so I can lean back, but I'm still participating.
Okay.
Okay. Thank
That's
you.
great. Yep. I appreciate it. Thanks. And that's okay. I mean, you don't have to have your video on if you don't want to. That's totally okay. All right. All right. So let's do this. For everyone that wants to join me, do I have your permission to go ahead and work collectively? I'm going to assume that if you're here, and maybe Lynn, if you could mute yourself, if everybody could mute yourself. So there's
did I not? Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
so there's no noises coming up. All right.
It's not working.
There you go. Thank you. Okay.
Jane, Janet had a question. She's been trying to wave her arm for quite a while.
Okay, well, I can't see everybody at once, so let's see. Janet, can you unmute yourself?
Yes.
Yep, there you are. Hi.
I need to know about when you think we might finish, because I have an elder client I take care of in the evening.
I'm going to try to keep this to an hour total. So I'm hoping to be done, a little over a half hour from now.
Great.
So, and if you need to go, that's okay as well. But yeah. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a background before we start doing it. All right. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to just start with an opening prayer and invite in our team, our guides, and then we'll jump into some of the process, okay? All right. All right, if you want, take a deep breath and relax, and you can join me. I now offer myself in gratitude and service as I acknowledge and call in the great divine creator, Archangel Metatron, all angels and archangels, ascended masters, star beings, star council, divine beings of the highest light and resonance only to be present with us here today. We also ask our higher self to stay present and to assist us in being in our 5D awareness. I now invite the masters, guides, teachers, and loved ones of everyone collectively on this group meeting to come forth and be present, to join us, to channel through me out of the realms of 100% pure divine light, to say whatever they wish to assist all of us and humanity to heal on very deep levels. We thank you for your love, support, compassion, and assistance. Thank you so much. All right. I just give them a minute to gather. Great. Okay. All right. So let's start asking. Let's start doing. I also use a biotensor, so I can just go through the charts very quickly. And the question I'm going to ask the team right here, right now, is what does humanity need to heal? What do all of us need to heal right now in order for us to ascend to a higher state of being? I'm going to ask if there are any stuck emotions collectively, and I get a yes. So I'm going to see what's showing up collectively. Okay, and let me just go through. Okay, and what I'm getting is lack of control. That's really interesting. Lack of control. You know, think about the fact that we have been controlled and manipulated for a very long time. And they're trying to actually take more control away, in a sense. And we have to rise up and say, no, we are powerful beings. We are beautiful, brilliant beings. So anyway, lack of control. I'm not going to go into what realm it came from because that can be different for all of us, but I'm hearing that this is collective for all of us right now. Right? Does that make sense to you? Do you feel like there are some areas in our life and in humanity itself where we don't have enough control? Let's clear it. It's coming up to clear. I also look at things as we're actually clearing things. It's kind of like peeling away layers of an onion. Remember I said we have persistent bundles in a sense of layers of fears and beliefs and experiences and judgments and inherited patterns and traumas. You know, it's like they all get bundled up. It's like unraveling a whole ball of yarn. So let's clear out this lack of control. So as I do this clearing, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and feel into the energy. If you'd like to visualize it, even better. And visualize it as I'm going to create a vortex of light for every single one of us here. And the power of intention is amazing. So you can picture it as a vortex with a column of light starting above your head and going down below your feet. And then we're going to pull it back up again. All right. So close your eyes and relax. Take a deep breath. Feel into the energy for every single person here who's joining me on this. Let's create this magic vortex of light to go down deep into your energy field. Let's draw out, tag, neutralize any energy, any ideas, any thoughts related to lack of control. Let's pull it out and clear it from every memory, every event, all time, all patterns, all circumstances, and all lifetimes. Allow this to go all the way down to the very core of when it was first created. All right. And now let's lift up and clear this emotion out of our energy field, out of our organs, tissues, glands, cells, meridians, our mental body, emotional body, energy body, as well as our DNA. Neutralize and transmute the frequency of the pattern and the energy from all time, all space, and all dimensions, as it no longer serves your highest good. Just allow it to release easily, gently, and completely. And for this, we are truly grateful. Thank you. Okay. Take a breath and let that one go. All right. Let me get a drink of water. Also, if you're well hydrated, your electrical, your energy system works much better. So I always recommend that you drink some water. So let's just ask for everybody here collectively in the collective field, related to what does humanity need to heal? What do we need to heal in order to ascend? Any trapped emotions? No. Any core fears? I do get a yes. Okay, let me see what shows up. I'm going to go through the chart. It's going to point to whatever they want to point to. I don't really decide, they do. Oh, good one. Oh. Trusting. Do you know trusting? For many years, I felt like this is a deep core issue that we're all here to heal on a very deep level. Look at it as being in your solar plexus, like in your belly, just above your belly button. It's almost like a little light that's on there. Now, trusting that this immense, unlimited divine universe is unfolding absolutely perfectly. It always has, it always will. Trust that the whole process has a reason, has a purpose. We are expanding, going into some light bands, light fields, higher frequency states of being. Can we trust? Can you trust? Can you trust that you have a purpose here? Can you trust that you have gifts and talents? Can you trust the people around you? Can you trust your society? Can you trust your media? Don't do it. Can you trust God? Can you trust your intuition? Can you trust the energy? Can you trust that everything is in divine and right order? That's huge. What is keeping us from trusting? That's what we're going to clear. Anything that limits us to say, well, no, I want to push against the universe and try to control things. No, let's clear any inability to trust. All right. Take a deep breath and relax as we create this powerful magnetic vortex of light for everyone listening to me right now. Let's go down deep into your energy field to draw out, tag, neutralize anything keeping you from trusting on a very deep level. Trust the process. Let's pull it out and clear it from every memory, every event, all time, all patterns, all circumstances, and all lifetimes, allowing this to go all the way down to the core of when it was first created. And this one's going down deep. All right. Now let's lift up and clear this emotion out of your energy field, out of your cells, your organs, your tissues, your glands, your meridians, your mental body, emotional body, subtle body, and clear it from your DNA. Neutralize and turn off the frequency of the pattern and the energy from all time, all space, and all dimensions, as it no longer serves your highest good. Allow it to release easily, gently, and completely. And for this, we are grateful. Thank you so much. All right. So that was a fear of trusting. Okay. All right, let's connect with our team. Oh, we have a big team. This is cool. All right, this brings me to tears. There's a huge team here. We are being so supported by our galactic family. So thank you guys for being here. So let's ask for everyone here and for all of humanity, what do we need to heal in order to ascend? And I'm going to again ask them to show us. Any stuck emotions? No. Core fears? No. Inner challenges? No. Limiting beliefs is a yes. Okay. Let's see what shows up. Okay. Hold on. I'm going through. Okay. We have a combination here. And this is, I have no freedom and I have no power. Isn't that interesting? This is a belief. It's not true. It's a belief. It's a feeling. It's a limitation that we have. We think we're not powerful. Oh, do we have to sit and wait for someone else to like save the day, become our hero? You know what? It is essential for every single one of us to stand in our power, stand in our glory, stand in our divinity, connect with our great universal consciousness, the divine God consciousness, the great central sun, and really shine our lights. Because all the dark energies that have been trying to manipulate and control us and make a ton of profit off of us and all kinds of stuff can't survive in the light. So let's hold on to our light. So I have no freedom or I have no power. Does that ring true for everybody? For anybody here? Do you have any feelings of that? I'm going to ask, is this in our collective consciousness field? Yes. Is this something we inherited from our ancestors? Yes. It goes back many generations. Yes. This can go back thousands of years, actually. So let's clear it. Let's clear it. I'm going to use a different pendulum right here. This is a Super Isis 16E because it has 16 amplifying rings, and this is going to amplify out tremendously. All right. So if you'd like, take a deep breath and relax, feel into the energy as we now create a magnetic vortex of light for everyone here, everyone listening, to go down deep into your energy field. Let's draw out, tag, and neutralize anything related to the belief, the thought, the idea that you have no power. Release anything, belief, idea, or thought that you have no freedom. Let's pull it out and clear it from every memory, every event, all time, all patterns, all circumstances, and all lifetimes, allowing this to go all the way down to the very core of when it was first created. I have to wait for it to goes down deep. Okay. Now let's lift up and clear this emotion out of your energy field, out of your cells, your organs, tissues, glands, meridians, your mental body, emotional body, subtle body, and clear it from your DNA. Neutralize and turn off the frequency, the pattern, and the energy from all time, all space, and all dimensions as it no longer serves your highest good. Just allow it to release easily, gently, and completely. And for this, we are truly grateful. Thank you. Okay, take a deep breath and let that one go. Okay. Now let's ask this team, this beautiful team, beautiful light beings. All right. So for all of us here and for all of us on humanity here, all of humanity, what else related to what do we need to heal collectively in order to ascend? Any other trapped emotions? No. Fears? No. Inner challenges? No. Limiting beliefs? No. Blockages in the body? No. Relationship challenges. Blocks to self-empowerment? Nope. Blocks to self-relationship is a yes. Okay. Okay. Let me see what shows up. Okay. What's coming up here that's blocking us a bit is over intellectualization. We are overthinking everything. We have been taught to be in our heads, to analyze, to judge, to label, to put an opinion on everything and everyone. It's like automatic for us. It keeps us limited. It keeps us limited. We have to learn to get out of our heads. Your brain should only be a tool. It should not be something that you live in. You should live in your heart and soul. Your heart, mind is so much more powerful than your soul. If we really feel into our heart, our innate intelligence, our feelings, that is where we have power. It's not running around with these thoughts, this ego mind, this monkey mind, the limitations in our mind. So let's let go of overthinking everything, all right? And start to feel what our heart feels. What is it drawn to? What does it need? All right? So I'm going to use this particular pendulum. All right. So let's take a deep breath and relax. Close your eyes and feel into the energy if you'd like, as we now create this powerful magnetic vortex of light to go down deep for everyone here, everyone listening to this, to go down deep, to draw out, tag, neutralize anything related to overthinking, over-intellectualizing, being stuck in our heads with our fears, doubts, judgments, and limitations. Let's pull it out and clear it from every memory, every event, all time, all patterns, and all circumstances, and all lifetimes. and allow this to go all the way down to the core of when it was first created. Okay. Now let's lift up and clear this emotion out of your energy field, out of your organs, cells, tissues, glands, meridians, your mental body, emotional body, your energy body, as well as your DNA. Neutralize and turn off the frequency, the pattern, and the energy from all time, all space, and all dimensions as it no longer serves your highest good. Just allow it to release easily, gently, and completely. And for this, we are truly grateful. Thank you so much. All right, lock it in. Take a breath and let that one go. Okay. I'm going to ask our team to take us deeper as we ask, what do we collectively, all of us here, what does humanity need to clear and heal in order for us to ascend to our higher state of being that we truly have? All right. Any other emotions? No. Beliefs, fears, blocks, relationship challenges? No. Okay. Stuck any energy in our chakras, and I get an immediate yes. And the crown chakra is the first one that comes up. Let me just see if there are any others. No, we're going to work with the crown chakra. I'll explain that in just a second. I want to see what's being held there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So the crown chakra, if you are or are not familiar with the chakras, this is the top of our head, right? Our crown. This is what connects us to our universal consciousness, divine source, the immense being that we are. Now, for many people, and I would see this in iridology all the time as an inherited influence, where the energy here was closed. And we inherited that from our ancestors, many of us. It can also bring in the predisposition for Alzheimer's because it is closed. And that is connecting to our divine source, to our higher self, our innate intelligence, right? Our true self. Now, then the pineal gland is also something that activates that. So what was coming up here is to release anxiety and depression and increase devotion. Okay. So anxiety, I have to write that down or I'll forget it. And increase devotion. Are you devoted to your divine self? Are you committed to your spiritual evolvement? And I imagine you are, or you wouldn't be here. You're drawn to this. So many people are drawn to this, and it makes me very happy because of the fact that we know instinctually that we need to heal on deeper levels, right? It's true. It's how it is. So let's do a little bit of a different healing. This is a little bit of a different process, and I want you to focus on the top of your head as well as your pineal gland. All right. Take a deep breath and relax. Feel into the energy. Close your eyes if you'd like. As we now create this powerful magnetic vortex of light for everyone here, everyone listening, as we now dissolve all blocks, all trapped energy, all traumas in this crown chakra for all of humanity. Release and open. Release any and all emotions or negative energy, negative influences. Transmute and allow them to clear and flush out this entire area. Flush out this entire area, including organs, tissues, glands, emotions, and energies related to it, the crown chakra. Release it easily, safely, gently, and completely, as it no longer serves your highest good. Just allow it to release fully. Thank you so much. Opening up that crown chakra. Okay. Now we're going to do a healing. And now we see an increase in the flow of energy into this crown chakra for everyone here, for all of humanity, opening up this crown chakra as we strengthen and energize this area, increasing the flow and function back to a healthy state once again. Transform any stuck energy to awaken and energize this area. Empower this chakra to its fullest state of potential for your highest good. And we thank you for this release and this healing. Thank you so much. Thank you. I want to give you a little tip. Do you want to know the quickest and easiest way to open your crown chakra? Give me a thumbs up if you do. All right, you guys already know it, huh? You know what you have to do? You have to say, open my crown. That's it. Open my crown. Leave me connected to my higher self, my divine source. This one universal consciousness that we're all connected to. Thank you very much. Before you do that, though, what they keep telling me over and over again is make sure you are grounded. You may want to put your feet flat on the floor. When you get up in the morning, you may want to put your feet on the floor as well and ground through your root chakra, through the base of both of your feet. You can grow some roots, picture roots going all the way down to the core of the earth and anchor it, lock it onto the divine central core of the earth. And breathe that energy up into your heart center, and then open up your crown chakra, connect with your higher self, your divine self, the great central sun, and the universal consciousness. And just breathe in this column of light all the way down. This vertical column is your power. Remember that every single day. When we get into our little mind and our fears, doubts, worries, and judgments, we go back to this horizontal, limited plane of 3D reality. That's okay. We live here. But we can also be in our higher states as well. All right? So let's ask your team, ask the guides, all of those present right now. Oh, I just love this beautiful team. It's more than usual. Okay. Thank you. So for all of us collectively right here, right now, listening to this, what does humanity need to heal in order for us to ascend? Show us anything else. Any other emotions? No. Core fears? No. Blockages? Relationship challenges? Blocks to self-empowerment? No. Chakras? No. Addictions? Oh, that wants to go to a yes. Okay. Show us what we have here. Okay. Okay. So what we have here is limited thinking and negativity. So many of us are really stuck in limited thinking, negativity, okay? And it's about, we may not think about it so much, but we do have limited thinking. We have no clue how unlimited we are. I mean, maybe you do, I've done a lot of training too, where we just keep expanding our awareness further and further and further and further. And I used to joke about it and say, God, even my degree of certainty in my unlimitedness is unlimited. My certainty keeps growing as well, right? But we don't really have a full grasp of how unlimited we truly are, right? We still think that we struggle with day-to-day reality here on planet Earth and all the challenges that we are getting, especially now. We are getting squeezed, right? And uncomfortable, right? It's all a good thing because we are being shifted out of this comfortable slumber to wake up and say, you know what, I'm done with this. As divine human beings, it's not going to fly, right? Doesn't matter what they do. Hold your light, hold your power. Let's release this addiction to limited thinking. Are you ready to just let go of limited thinking? Can you think of unlimited potentials? I want to use this particular pendulum too, because it's reminds me of the brain. This has a bunch of amplifying rings and a pyramid on the inside. So if you'd like, take a deep breath and relax as we now create this powerful magnetic vortex of light for everyone here, everyone listening right now to the sound of my voice. Allow this to go deep into your energy field, to draw out, tag, neutralize anything that's keeping us in limited thinking or negativity, any negative influences whatsoever. Let's pull it out and clear it from every memory, every event, all time, all patterns, all circumstances, and all lifetimes, allowing this to go all the way down to the core of when it was first created. All right. And now let's lift up and clear this emotion out of your energy field, your cells, organs, tissues, glands, meridians, your mental body, emotional body, subtle body, and clear it from your DNA. Neutralize and turn off the pattern, the energy, the frequency from all time, all space, and all dimensions, as it no longer serves your highest good. Allow it to release easily, gently, and completely. And for this, we are grateful. Thank you. All right. Every time you hear yourself with negativity or limiting thinking, breathe into your heart center and smile in your heart that you are a divine, unlimited being. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thanks, Abigail. All right, let's ask your team, our guides, for every single person here and all of humanity. What do we need to heal in order to ascend? Anything else here? I want to go deeper and I want to go into some advanced charts. Any archetypes, identities, chronic stress? We've got a lot of charts to go through. Any traumas that need to be cleared? Any cords that need to be cut? Yes, okay. I was hoping we would get to something like this. Okay. Okay. All right, the first thing that comes up is they're asking us to cut toxic and psychic cords. Toxic and psychic cords. Now, if you're not familiar with that, cords can be attachments. You know, we can have either friends, family, people, entities, anything attached to us. And any toxic energy, you know, any negative energy, anyone trying to pull us down, any energy like that whatsoever, doesn't matter. But let's clear them all. And with this particular process, this is an advanced process, we can clear like millions of cords at once, all right? I call this particular one Metatron Spin. So, actually, he's the one that gave me this process. And it astounded me because it wasn't what I expected. That was amazing. All right, take a deep breath and relax. Close your eyes and feel into the energy. As we now create this powerful multi-dimensional vortex of light, it's like a toroidal field. Go into your energy field, into all time, all space, all dimensions, all layers, all lifetimes, cutting and clearing all cords, all toxic cords, all psychic cords. Cutting and clearing all toxic and psychic cords. May they come forth and be released to the light. Release them all right now for your highest good. We allow them to clear completely, going back into the light, letting go. Allow all energies related to this to be cleared and released right now, easily, safely, gently, and completely. And allow this process to continue until it's absolutely complete. And for this, we are grateful. Thank you. This release and this healing. Okay, lock it in. Thank you. All right. Take a breath, let that one be. And I want to ask our team here, for all of us listening and for all of humanity, our brothers and sisters around the world, anything else we need to heal in order for us to ascend to a higher state of being, to a higher state of freedom, anything we need to release and deactivate? Okay, that's a yes. Okay. Okay, so what's coming up here is to release and deactivate karmic ties and entanglements. All right, so karmic ties and entanglements. Now, you know what that means? Do you know once we are in fifth dimension on a regular basis, we no longer need karma? We do have karma on the third dimensional realm because we still have a lot of negative things that we're doing to each other, and that creates karma. But when you're at a higher vibrational frequency, think about radio frequency ranges, right? Like let's say you have AM channels, you have FM channels and stuff like that. You can have lower frequency channels where you're always hanging out in this lower vibe of energy. Or when you have a higher range, those lower ones don't even exist for you anymore. Do you know a lot of our star ancestors from other realms that have a they live in a higher state of frequency. They don't even have stuff like war and greed and anger and fighting. It doesn't even occur to them because they're in a higher range. You see what I mean? So we're going to release and deactivate any of these karmic ties that weigh us down. And the entanglements, an entanglement is when you are so entangled with another being that you feel what they feel, you know, and you just, it's hard to let go of that and to know where you end and they begin, or what's yours and what's not yours. We can be entangled with our society. We can be entangled with social media, with the mainstream media. We can be entangled with these things. But you don't have to be. Be an independent sovereign being of light. All right. So let's use this one here. We're going to release and deactivate karmic ties and entanglements for everybody here, right? Take a deep breath and relax. Feel into the energy. Now, we now create this powerful multidimensional vortex of light for everyone here right now to go into your energy field, into all time, all space, all dimensions, all layers, and all lifetimes, releasing and deactivating all karmic ties, releasing and deactivating all entanglements, releasing and deactivating any negative influences. Release them now for your highest good as we allow them to clear completely, going back into the light. Allow all energies related to this to be cleared and released right now, easily, gently, safely, and completely. And allow this process to continue for everyone here and for all of humanity until it's absolutely complete. Absolutely complete. And we are grateful for this release. Thank you so much. I'm going to align it with your higher self. Okay. Take a breath. Let that one go. All right. Let's see if there's anything else. For all of us here, I'm asking our team, our guides, angels, masters, anything else, what we need to heal and release in order to ascend for all of us, for all of humanity, for this whole collective. Anything here? No. Any cords, dark energies, anything to release? No. Anything to rebuild and strengthen in our bodies? And I get an immediate yes. Okay. Okay. Is that it? Yes. Okay. So what they want us to do is to rebuild and strengthen, actually rebuild and improve our mood and our outlook. And improve our mood and our outlook. So that's interesting. We've been looking at all this stuff going on, right? All over the world for all of humanity. And there's a lot of fear. You know, people are dying and people are being controlled and limited and fighting. And it's like, ugh, right? What if you could improve your mood and your outlook? That you know we are in this beautiful, immense time of a huge shift for humanity as we go into higher vibrations, higher frequencies, higher light, as we can shift and bring all of humanity with us to a state of peace, of compassion, of healing, of joy, of freedom, of abundance. All this stuff is what's going to be coming out. I want to tell you a little something quickly about, it was a little over 20 years ago now. It was probably like in 2000. It was either 99 or 2000. I did a healing session with a good friend of mine, Zakiah Blackburn, who's an energy healer, sound healer. He's like a shaman. And I did this weekend workshop where we were accessing our ancient ancestors, and it was really fascinating. But then one afternoon, he had us accessing our ancient star ancestors. So he guides us into this journey, and I immediately went up to the Pleiadians because I've been working with them for a long time and I feel like they're my family. Do you know they have the highest amount of stock in human DNA? Because we have a lot of Pleiadian influence. But anyway, when I went up there and I journeyed up there, I was met by a group of about maybe 30 of them, and it was like my family. They were all gathered around me and they were like so happy that I came to visit them, because they said, nobody comes to visit us. We have to go visit you. And they were just gracious and loving. And then they gathered around and they showed me what was going to be happening on this planet. And I didn't understand it until this last year. And what it was like was it's like a telepathic or hologram in a sense. It was like humanity was going to be going through a near-death experience. But after that, we were going to have a much higher reverence for life. Like people who've died and come back, they have a higher reverence for life. It changes everything. And I thought, well, that's really interesting. And all these years I thought, well, I don't know what they were talking about. Until this last year, and I heard somebody say, we're going through a near-death experience. And I was like, that's what they were talking about. So that's interesting. Improve our outlook and our mood, because we are coming into a greater time, a frequency of light, of freedom, of joy, of compassion. So let's clear that out. All right, rebuild and improve. And this is, we're almost done here. So take a deep breath and relax. Feel into the energy as we now create this powerful multidimensional vortex of light to go down deep into your energy field, to rebuild and improve, strengthen your mood and your outlook, strengthen your vision, your awareness, restoring you now with perfect healthy cells, renewed energy and vitality, bringing everything back into balance, knowing that your magnificent body has complete memory and divine programming for this restored healthy state, expanding your awareness, connecting with your innate intelligence, connecting with your heart and soul, as we increase and improve everything associated with this function right here and now. And for this, we are truly grateful for this capability. Thank you so much. Okay. Take a breath and let that one go. All right. So before we wrap up, I want to just ask them before we go into the healing charts, it's just a few of those. Is there anything else collectively? I'm sure there probably is, but anything else that we really need to clear? And they're saying yes. Okay. I have to trust the process. Let me see if they're going to show us any of these, anything here, what we need to clear. Okay. Okay. Any archetypal patterns, identities, toxicity, traumas. Nope. Okay. Any other cords that need to be cut? Nope. Energies released? Yes. Yes. Okay. 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 Good. Yay. What they're asking us to release, this is great, I love this one, is millions of cords from all lifetimes. All right? We don't need cords from our previous lives. We can be in the present. All right? From all lifetimes. Okay. This is perfect. This is the one we're going to end with here. I'm going to use this Super Isis 16. All right? Take a deep breath and relax. Feel into the energies if you'd like. As we now create this powerful multidimensional vortex of light for everyone here, everyone listening, and for all of humanity that's open to it, to go into your energy field, into all time, all space, all dimensions, all layers, all lifetimes, cutting and clearing millions of cords from all lifetimes, cutting and clearing all toxic energy, all toxic cords. May millions of cords come forth and be released to the light. Release them now for your highest good as we allow them to clear completely, releasing from your energy field. Allow them to clear easily, safely, gently, and completely. And allow this process to continue for everyone here until it's absolutely complete. Let's release all those old cords. And we are grateful for this release and this healing. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Take a breath and let that one be. All right. All right. Thank you. Let's thank our team. Okay. So let's just see any empowering beliefs that we need right now. And I get a big yes all of a sudden. Yes. Okay. Let's just see what shows up. Okay. Okay. So what's showing up as an empowering belief is, I am so worth it. You could say, this is so worth it. This is what we're all here for. How many of us relate to Atlantis or aware of Atlantis times? You know, they were very highly evolved beings, right? And they also had a lot of really high technology. And the reason why they failed is because they went out of balance too much into technology, and they forgot their spiritual nature and their nature connecting with nature itself. So what I was told was, so many of us from those times are back right now in order to fix what we failed before. So we do have to recognize technology is wonderful, but we have to stay balanced and grounded, connected with nature. And we have to stay connected to our spiritual self. That's the only way we're going to do this. All right. So we are so worth it. All right. We're going to pull that belief. We are all worth it. This whole process is worth it. Our divinity is worth it. All right. I'm going to use this golden hue. Let's take a deep breath. Actually, I think what I want to do before I do that, I'm going to kind of save us some time. I'm going to infuse a few things at once. So let me just see any virtues that we're here to master. The deepest healing for all of us is not physical, mental, or emotional, but it's a soul level healing. And it is, what are the virtues that are trying to emerge from your soul? So I'm going to ask for humanity, for all of us right here, what virtues are we here to master? And let me just see which ones they point us to. Okay. 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 This is one of the highest ones. So the virtues are magnificence. Magnificence. So think about that. Are we magnificent beings? Us divine humans? You know, is this a divine, magnificent universe that we are in? Do you know all the light beings in our star families that we may have come from? They are not any better than us. They might be on a higher plane right now, but they're in awe of us being down here and choosing to navigate this limited realm of 3D reality so we could be here as conscious aware beings to shift the energy. We are truly unlimited, powerful, divine, magnificent beings, without a doubt, right? Breathe that in. I'm going to infuse this in our energy field, and I'm going to use this divine golden hue pendulum. It's the highest frequency of all. And let's do a healing. All right, because we just cleared a lot of cords and stuff. Now we're going to infuse divine light. Take a deep breath and relax. Feel into the energy. As we now infuse your energy field for every one of us here, for all of humanity that are open to it, for everyone listening to this, with this loving, balancing, healing energy, bringing in divine golden light, infusing our energy fields with magnificence, with clarity, with innate intelligence, connecting to our divine source and knowing that we are so worth it. This process we're going through is so worth it. We are improving everything for all of humanity, for all of the universe. Knowing that this is the highest aspect of our true self, the full expression and alignment with our inner soul, as it releases anything that no longer serves us, but fills us with rich fulfillment, true and lasting healing into our life in every way, every day. And for this, we are truly grateful. Thank you so much. Lock it in. And there's just a couple more quick things. I want to ask for all of us here collectively, what do we need to master for our infinite beingness? And let me see what they say. Okay. Okay. And what comes up here is connecting with divine source. Okay, of course, that probably makes the most sense. We all need to stay connected to our divine source, right? That one universal consciousness, that God consciousness that we're all connected to, all of us, all of us. All right. So let's infuse that energy into our energy field, and then we're just going to pick out what are our keys to inner healing. So take a deep breath and relax once again as we feel into the energy. As we now infuse your energy field with this beautiful, loving, balancing energy of divine golden source, divine golden light, bringing in the energy of aligning and connecting infinitely and permanently with our divine source, our innate intelligence, our God consciousness, knowing that this is the highest aspect of our true self, the full expression and alignment with our inner soul, as it releases anything that no longer serves us but fills us right now with rich fulfillment, true and lasting healing, and inner joy into our life in every way, every day. And for this, we are truly grateful. Thank you so much. Lock it in. All right, thank you. Take a breath. Let that one be. And now, as we complete this, I'm just going to ask for all of us here listening, what are your keys to inner healing right now? We have 21 keys, and I'm going to ask, what is the one that we could all use? Okay. Okay. And what comes up is unconditional self-love. That's our key to inner healing, unconditional self-love. So these are spiritual kind of exercises in a sense, and I want to tell you what it is. Unconditional self-love. Here it is. All right. Many of us have an internal separation with ourselves based on self-judgments, self-condemnation for the things we've done or the experiences we've had. You may make a list of things that you hold against yourself. The most important part of the process is self-acceptance and self-love. It's unbelievably magical how quickly things can change and turn around with this process. So place your hands on your heart, put your feet on the floor, and align with your divine self. Open that crown, align with the divine universal consciousness, God consciousness, and breathe into it. Notice any feelings that come up when you think of the things you judged yourself for. Just allow those feelings to come up and move through you and out. Bless them. Don't resist them. Align with your sacred heart. It's the connection between spirit and human, bringing in the warm light of the divine central sun to fill this space. Honor your humanness, connecting heaven and earth into your heart center. Hold every aspect of yourself in pure, unconditional love and compassion. You're a beautiful being, perfect in every way, in all ways. Connect your humanness with your divine spirit self and allow each cell in your body to resonate with this deep love, unconditional love. This is how divine source, our creator, sees us. This is how all of our star ancestors see us. This is how, when we are aligned with our heart center, we see everyone with unconditional love and compassion. And I'm going to infuse this into our energy field as you just feel into the energy. So take a deep breath as we infuse your energy field with this beautiful, loving, balancing energy of divine golden light, bringing in the energy of unconditional self-love, bringing in the energy of connecting with your divine source, knowing who you are, connecting with everyone and everything in this beautiful way, knowing that's the highest aspect of your true self, in full expression and alignment with your inner soul, as it releases anything that no longer serves you, but fills you with rich fulfillment, true and lasting healing and inner joy into your life in every way, every day. And for this, we are truly grateful. Thank you so much. All right, lock it in and let it be. Take a breath. All right, so this is complete. But before we go, I want to do one more thing. First of all, I want to thank you. I'll open it up in a minute, but I want to do a little closing prayer to thank our team for being here, okay? And I just want to ask, let me just ask our team, our guides, angels, ascended masters, star beings, if there's any other messages that they have for us right now. I feel this kind of like clapping and joy for all of us. Our light quotient just shifted and they're all going, yay, yay, yay. Okay, good. All right. We are strengthening in numbers. We are strengthening in our power, strengthening in our light, strengthening in our collective group consciousness, that one universal field, that one universal source is really rising up. And they are quite pleased, actually, because we are stepping up to the plate. We are doing this. We've already gone past the point of no return. It is happening. So thank you. All right. So let me do a closing prayer as we give much gratitude, as we gently balance and renew these energies for everybody here. Increasing your vibration and frequency, increasing the amount of love, light, and wisdom being brought forth for you today. We're grateful to your inner soul and to your higher self. And we're grateful to all the beings of light, all the star beings, including all guides, angels, ascended masters, for your love, support, and guidance. We honor your presence. Thank you so much. And may you be divinely blessed. And so it is. All right. Thank you. All right. Any particular questions or comments? I'll go back to the gallery so I can see everybody. Does anybody feel or notice anything or just want to share anything? You're welcome to. You don't have to. Okay. Does everybody feel a little bit more light? A little lighter, a little more centered? All right. I'm going to ask you over the next couple of days to take very good care of yourself because you're going to recalibrate to a higher vibration right now. So what that looks like is drink plenty of water. You might need more rest or sleep. Eat good, wholesome food. Try to avoid junk, alcohol, or sugar for a few days because it brings our frequency back down, right? Be aware of subtle differences. You might feel calmer, more balanced, more peaceful. You might have more intuitive insights. You might feel happier, more loving, more gentle. Just notice what you notice, all right? As you take good care of yourself. All right. Thank you, Vessi. And I also want to say, just in case anyone is interested, I do teach this training. As my guides told me, it's an 8-week online course. I'm actually starting a new one next week, next Tuesday. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Got lots of good messages coming in here. So if it's something that you want to learn to do, you're welcome to do that. Some people do it for their personal development, evolvement, empowerment, which is totally perfect, or to use for yourself and your family. And a number of people also do it to become certified. You can become a certified biofield clearing practitioner. You can learn how to do this. You get all the charts, you get the workbooks, you get the cheat sheets, you get the commands, you get everything. And you're also part of an interactive group that we also meet monthly. You're going to experience sessions with me as we do the training. You also, once you learn it, you get to share sessions with other people, which can be really empowering. And for all my students, I give them a super discount on sessions, personal sessions with me for 3 months, because I want you to experience more than one session personally for whatever your personal needs are, because you'll go deeper and deeper and deeper. All right. So if anyone has any question, thank you. Wow, lots of nice comments. That's great. Thank you. Yeah, if anybody has anything they'd like to share, you're welcome to. Otherwise, we can go ahead. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. All right. Thank you, everybody. All right. So enjoy your integration. Enjoy your peace. Enjoy your light shining. Enjoy some deep, comfortable sleep tonight, knowing everything is in divine and perfect order. No need to worry about anything, right? Let go of all those stupid ego mind fears and thoughts and let ourselves really stay in our light. All right. Thank you. Okay. All right. Well, that's it. No other messages, or then we can end for tonight. I will post this on my YouTube channel. I may end up posting it on my site as well. So if you'd like to review it, or if you'd like to share it with a friend, you're welcome to do that. All right. And I actually have an early bird discount where I take $100 off for the course. And because I just did this tonight, I'm going to leave that up for a couple of more days in case anybody wants to join us. And then it's going to change. All right. Thank you so much. And some of my practitioners are also here. So thank you for showing up as well and being here. All right. And I also see some wonderful new faces. Thank you. It's so cool. Loving blessings to everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time. And thank you for allowing me to assist. All right. Take good care, everybody. Good night. That's cool.